Made it. I was running late there for a second, but we made it. We made it. What's happening, Fresh Bake? What's happening, Jeffrey? Thanks for joining us one more time on a Thursday evening. You know, I feel pretty fortunate to have such a swell group of guys like you, guys and gals like y'all, to hang out with me on a Thursday night, opening night of football season. Some football's happening back there. I don't know. Been missing you too, Jeff. Don't worry, we'll be back on your screens in no time. I just posted a video on Fresh Bake Presents of our visit to the Walt Disney Family Museum. Finally we went. It was amazing, better than I could have expected. I mean, I assumed that it was going to be good because it's, you know, Walt Disney history and stuff like that. But it was very well done. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. But I'm still on vacation a little bit. I'm still on vacation, and I don't want to get fully into the Disney mode. So I want to kind of stay. I want to go. Normally, this is the week. The Halloween season officially starts tomorrow at Disneyland. We're going to be there tomorrow, covering all the good Halloween stuff at Disneyland. But we got one more day of non-Halloween. Well, actually, I should say. Normally, this will be the point where we talk about Halloween at Disneyland, but I'm gonna let our videos this week speak for that. Today, I just want to, you know what? Let's just relax, Fresh Baked. Let's just relax a little bit and talk about scary movies, because I like to talk about scary movies, because in this house, we love scary movies. Liz is good. She's still, okay, so the weekend took a lot out of her. We drove up to San Leandro on Friday evening. It took about 7 hours to get there, and it was not a comfortable drive. It was kind of nerve-wracking because driving on the 5 through areas like Gilroy and I don't know what other cities there are up there. This 2-lane highway. It's very scary, especially late at night. But anyway. And then we drove back on Monday, and it took a lot out of her. It took a lot out of us, but it took a lot out of her. And then she had to go back to she had to go back to LA this afternoon. Yeah, garlic, the city, Gilroy, the city of garlic. She had to go back to LA. She did some Halloween shopping with her family, and so she's recovering, but she's good. She's fine. So are we going to see It Too? Yes, we've already bought our tickets for It Too. You know, I wouldn't mind going to Santa Cruz. I went to Santa Cruz. My dad took us on a trip to up north a long time ago. We visited San Francisco, Oakland, and Santa Cruz. Went to a bunch of baseball games and did the whole Fisherman's Wharf and all that stuff. So I have memories of Santa Cruz. I remember being on the boardwalk, playing, you know, all the little boardwalk games and riding the one roller. I think they just have the one roller coaster. Did not get bitten by a vampire, though. That was kind of a, you know, it was kind of a letdown. I would have expected to get bitten by a vampire. Okay, so anyway, are we going to be at the park this weekend? You bet. Yes, we are. Friday and Saturday. So I want to talk about, by the way, Nate Dogg, are you here? Nate Dogg, give me a holler if you're around. Did you go to Tower Records? No. We weren't in the city. We were only in the city long enough to go to the museum, and then we left because we did the museum, and then we went across the bridge, and then we left for Chinese food somewhere, but not in the city. Anyway, so I wanted, like I said, I want to kind of finish my Nate, I want to finish my break from Disney with this live stream because it's been kind of nice. I've done a little bit of work. I've actually been writing for a lot of stuff. I've been writing a lot of stuff. Huntington Beach Pier Halloween in the 70s was spooky. I grew up in Huntington Beach. I don't remember ever doing that. I grew up. Well, it's actually not Huntington Beach. You know, downtown. It wasn't Pierside Huntington Beach. It was, inland, Marina High School. So there he is, Nate Dogg. Hey, man, sent you an email about the thing. I'm sorry I got to you so late. Guys, the response to last week's live stream was pretty great. We got a lot of emails. I tried to get to as many people as possible, but what happened? Because I just ignored everything from Friday to Tuesday basically, and Regina, I missed you too, you guys. And so Nate Dogg was one of the first persons to email me, and I got to his email last. But Nate Dogg, I sent you an email. Let's talk. Let's talk about the Twitters. So anyway, yeah. So the response has been great. We've got some stuff lined up for you guys. I've got some hopeful things happening for Fresh Baked. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with this. I'm looking forward to enlisting the aid of all of our Fresh Baked muffins. You guys are going to be happy, hopefully, with all the new stuff that's going to happen. All right, so Huntington Beach is pretty great. Yeah, Pink Parfait. Huntington Beach is pretty great. I love the fact that I'm from Huntington Beach. It's pretty amazing. Favorite scary movies. That's what I want to talk about. I made a list. I've got a list. So that's what I want to do is just talk about our favorite scary movies. They don't have to be horror films necessarily, just have to be scary. For example, something like Aliens. That's not a horror movie, I don't think. It's just scary, right? Are you going to announce the new crew to Fresh Bake? Well, maybe, Brandon. It depends. Some of the folks don't want to be announced. Some just want to help out in the background. But if it's appropriate, then yeah, and we'll get to that in time. I don't want to just shove everything down everybody's throat. So it'll be a natural thing if it does come up, but we'll see. So I made a list of some of my favorite scary movies, and like I said, we really, really like scary movies in this house. We just watched Rosemary's Baby last night. Liz had never seen it. Jaws is her favorite movie of all time, so that's definitely would be on her list. Rosemary's Baby is one of the, it's in the top 20, I think, all-time horror films. It's not on my list, but it's great. You guys should, if you haven't seen Rosemary's Baby, check it out. Liz had never seen it, and she was surprised by how much she liked it. I like Event Horizon. Nick, that's interesting. Event Horizon. That's a scary movie. It's bizarre. I don't know if I fully understand Event Horizon. You guys, hold on one second. Sorry, I had to check on something there. Okay, so Event Horizon was I had to watch that one twice to make sure I got as much out of that as I could. But I like movies. My favorite scary movies are the ones that feel real. Like I don't do the like Resident Evil. It's not Ruth Gordon. I said the same thing, Eric. I said I'm in love with Ruth Gordon. I said to Liz last night, she is just the right amount of crazy. I love her delivery and everything about Ruth Gordon, and that's just her natural thing. Like Silent Hill, I enjoyed Silent Hill, but it doesn't scare me. I guess, you know what? Parts of it did, but I don't do ghost stories. It's not really I like the ones that feel real. Like The Hills Have Eyes is one that really, really scares me. Annabelle, no, those movies don't do anything for me. Conjuring and what was the other one? Insidious, they're all right. I don't do jump scares, especially when they're telegraphed. You can kind of see them coming now because they do it so much. But definitely, The Hills Have Eyes stayed with me for a very long time. That I feel like whenever I drive to Vegas, I'm just like, you know, please don't run out of gas. Please don't break down car. I would, I pray to all that is good and holy that nothing happens to me I'm on my way to Vegas, because, oh boy. The Serpent and the Rainbow. Planet J. Judah. The Serpent and the Rainbow. Interesting choice. Those don't scare me at all. Seven is suspenseful, but not scary. I didn't find that. Black Christmas. Black Christmas. Liz and I watched that for the first time last year. And we're just like, my God, where have we been? We haven't watched this movie ever. Why haven't we seen Black Christmas? And then I just saw today, there's a trailer for another remake of Black Christmas. And it looks okay, but nothing can top the pure craziness of the original Black Christmas. That is one of the craziest movies I have ever seen. Ryan Gordon has given us with 28 Canadian bucks. Thank you very much, Ryan. He says, Pet Sematary 2 was the first one I ever saw. I'm sorry you got introduced to horror films with Pet Sematary 2, Ryan. That's too bad. Had nightmares for 2 weeks after that. I was like 9. My dad used to make me watch horror movies when I was little also, which, unlike you, it kind of it inured me to horror films rather than making me more scared. I was like, whatever. He made me watch a lot of scary movies. Nate Dogg, I agree. Poltergeist is pretty great. Although I don't usually do spectral stuff, but there's a lot of great scenes in the Poltergeist. The Killer Clown, forget it, man. Hey, did you guys hear the story? A little sidebar. The clown in Poltergeist was actually, it was kind of a robot, like an animatronic almost. And the kid is being choked out by the clown, and at one point the clown started to malfunction, and it kept choking the kid, and it wasn't like, it was over choking him, and the kid was trying to express himself that he was in distress, and he wanted them to stop with the robot clown, except they just thought he was acting, and they kept rolling until finally, they figured out that he was actually in some distress, and so he was being attacked by a killer clown. It was pretty crazy. Yeah, Poltergeist has a background. Stephen Crawford gifted us with $5. Thank you very much, Stephen. He says, mine is the fourth kind. Still give me the shivers to this day. I saw that. That's the one with, what's her name from Resident Evil, right? I didn't enjoy that. I'm sorry, I didn't enjoy that. Liz loves the other, Hueto, but I don't. Let the Right One In. Yeah, that one wasn't bad. Shining, not bad. Hang on, where'd my list go? Guys. All right, so I think what's an underrated film? And I can't get anybody to join me on this, is It Follows. You guys ever see It Follows? That was a scary movie for me. I really got into that one. Even though it's not the kind of movie I typically get into, the theme, as it were. But It Follows, I enjoyed. I didn't see the new Suspiria, so I don't know if that's any good. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Let's see. Well, yeah, okay, let's talk about that. Fresh Bake, tell me, what was your first scary movie? We got a $5 gift from Sojoy at Disneyland, who says, I grew up with the original Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Those don't scare me in the least bit. Not even a little bit remotely scared of the... As a matter of fact, they kind of annoy me, the Nightmare films. The Nightmare on Elm Street films, they don't really do anything for me. My first horror film ever, Porkins says Dracula. Are you being real, Porkins? Hey, Porkins, by the way, I think you sent me an email also about Facebook, didn't you? Because I think I may have not gotten to that one yet either. I'll look for my email, or email me again on that, because I like that idea of the NSA. I like the idea of shipping all of our fans on Facebook to the NSA page. I like that. Because there's nothing happening on our Facebook page other than me just posting the videos all day. And there's really not a lot of communication there. So that may be I kind of like that idea of just having that be the home base. Evan Layton gets us to $25. He says, for someone that has not watched a lot of horror films, what would you suggest as a good introduction to the genre? Well, Evan, that depends on what genre. Now, what do you define as horror? Because there's slasher flicks. What genre do you want to sort of ease them? I just saw something go by the camera. That was weird. It looked like somebody walked behind me between the computer and me. That was really weird. It was like a flash, like somebody walked by really fast. I know I'm not. That's why you see the look on my face. I'm like, I thought, and the connection cut out. You guys. That was weird. Okay, I got to go back. I lost track of a bunch of stuff. Evan, I'm going to get you in a second. The True Dark Jedi gets with $5. Says nightmare films, but also I get to hang out and ghost hunt on Friday the 13th with Robert Englund. Wait, are you being real? Like you actually get to ghost hunt with Robert Englund? Javin Sack gifts us with $2. His Poltergeist messed me up for a long time. I can see you see that as a first movie as a young kid. Poltergeist will mess you up. S'more310 gives with $5. Says The Exorcist stayed awake for weeks. Exorcist, very scary. Crystal Taylor gets us with $2. Our host in San Leandro. My first scary movie was the original Carrie, and Joe's first scary movie was Children of the Corn. I have still yet to see Children of the Corn, and I probably shouldn't. That does sound very scary. Stephen Crawford gives with $5. Says my other favorites are The Car, Duel, and Christine. You've got a car fixation, Stephen. Obviously, because Duel and Christine are also car movies. That was weird. I am not alone. There are people in the house, but they're all in their own rooms at the moment. Howard the Duck. That's funny. True Dark Jedi gave us some $5. Says yes, as part of Rose City Comic Con here in Portland. I can't wait. That's amazing. That's a great. He said recently. If you're thinking about doing another reboot of the Nightmare series, I've only got maybe one movie left in me, so you better get on this right away because I'm getting pretty old. Okay. So, my first scary movie, and this is probably why it is still my scariest movie, is Halloween. Michael Myers walking down the street with that purposeful walk that he has is one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life. And if I ever saw that man, I would literally crap my pants for days. Ryan Gordon gives us $7 Canadian. It's not exactly a horror, but I really like watching Signs to get the blood pumping. Signs is good for like 2 good scares, and that's about it. The rest of it I didn't enjoy. Now, getting back to Evan's question, like if you're trying to get somebody into slasher films, then I would say Halloween is actually a great place to start. Or even I think you should go back to the basics. Start them on the early stuff. Black Christmas, believe it or not, is a great movie to start on with respect to slasher films, because it was the first time they ever did the POV of the killer. It was the first time that you ever saw a view from the killer's eyes, and I feel like that was expertly done in that film. Plus, that was the first time he's calling from inside the house kind of thing. So there's that. But yeah, if you're trying to get somebody into slasher films, Halloween and Black Christmas are great. I wouldn't start them on Friday. I wouldn't start them on Nightmare, because that's just a weird thing. And it would probably that's something you want to kind of work your way toward. You work your way toward the Nightmare films. And the same thing almost in a way with Friday films also. Yeah, Black Christmas was directed by the guy who did Porky's, and also I want to say Always. Was it that Richard Dreyfuss movie? He did some other completely no, it was another Christmas movie. It was A Christmas Story. Didn't he? Didn't he direct A Christmas Story? I think it is. It's the same guy. It's wild. Sean Bergstrom gives us with $2. Says, my dad took me to see Jaws when I was 6 years old. Holy crap. You probably never went in the water after that. I am still afraid of the ocean because of stuff like Jaws. I don't like the ocean. I don't like going in the ocean because there is stuff down there that you can't see, and I don't want, that just terrifies me. The True Dark Jedi gets us with $5. Says, my favorite old Halloween film would be the original Salem's Lot. Interesting. I read a lot of Stephen King when I was in my 20s. I read so much Stephen King. Back when people still read books. Do you guys know what a book is? I have one. This is a book, and it has words in it, and then you read it, and then your mind makes pictures in your head. Do people still, I saw an article today on the internet that I was reading that they spent like $2.5 million upgrading a local public library, and it was back open again. And I'm like, they put money into a library? What? What is this? Do people still go to libraries? Oh my gosh. It blew my mind. It blew my mind. Okay, I think I missed one back here. So let's see. Yes, Mighty Mill LV gives us with $2. Says, please block young Christian hopes and engagement. Okay. Are they bothering people? I don't know. Yeah, it looks like somebody's on it already. All right, Cindy Sawyer. I don't know what they did, but Cindy Sawyer said, I love the movie It. Thank you for the $2. I agree. It is on my list. We are scheduled to go see that movie. We're scheduled to see the sequel, It 2, on Sunday. Sunday afternoon. We're going to see that. We're going to see that, and then I'm hopefully going to see the Joker movie, which looks really great too. I went to school with Stephen King. Awesome. Matthew, give me a Stephen King story that you could share with us. I would love to hear a Stephen King story. Race with the Devil. I never even saw that. Rebecca, what is that? David, reading is hard. I know. And you know what else is hard, Stephen? Reading takes time. And I don't have any. So it's hard for me to read. So I don't know how people do it. I honestly don't. I wish I could have more time to read. We got a $2 gift from Mighty LV again, who says $2 for a vamp. All right. Do I need a vamp? Disney Cowgirl Ortega gives us with $20. Nightmare on Elm Street. I was 5. Why do people seeing these scary movies at 5 years old? But the one that did it for me was The Exorcist, and I was 17. The first time I watched it when it came out, again, about 2000. By the way, you should see Drag Me to Hell. That is good scary for me. Say hi to Liz. I have seen Drag Me to Hell. Not my type of scary movie, but it is good. It was a good movie, but it didn't scare me so much. Kenny Ryman gives us $2. He said Silent Night, Deadly Night. Good old-fashioned slasher film. Jonathan Williams gives us with $5. Says, hey Dave, the original Omen is my scariest. The music still scares me. The original Halloween was my first. You know, the Omen music is pretty scary. Regina says they did a remake of Black Christmas. I saw the trailer for that today. I'm thinking I might see that. As Above, So Below, called it halfway through the movie. I worked for O.J. Simpson. Way too scary now to think about it, Stephen. You literally worked for O.J. Simpson, Stephen? That sounds awful. Have you ever done Not Scary Farm? I did Not Scary Farm about 18 years ago. What did you think of Get Out? I loved it. I thought Get Out was great. I thought it was really, really good. And I liked Us also. The Descent was okay. I get claustrophobic, so I can appreciate, the fear that they were feeling, for sure. Scariest moment in the Halloween 1, when she looks out the window and Michael Myers is crossing the street after killing the two kids across the street. He's coming at her to the house with that purposeful walk. That would scare me to death if I ever saw that. So Joy Disney gives us $2. Number one favorite is The Thing. The remake or the original? I would hope the original, obviously. Do you like Psycho? Yes, I do, very much. I do like Psycho. Tremors. Yeah, I guess Tremors is fun. Tales from the Crypt. Oh my gosh. Original Hellraiser? Nah, that didn't really do it for me. I respect it. I respect it for its place in the genre, but that kind of movie doesn't scare me. David Terry gives us $2 said Altered States, while really high. I would imagine any of these films while really high would be pretty amazing. Let's see, Hereditary. We saw that, and the movie we just saw, Rosemary's Baby, is quite a lot like Hereditary. It's also quite a bit like Annabelle, Rosemary's Baby is. I liked Hereditary. I did. The tween shot. That's the other bake channel. Oh man, I have not. It has been a solid 25 years for me that I've been in that neighborhood. Let me just say. Hunter Smith gives us $2. Says bring back Luigi's flying tires with beach balls. I am down. I could do that. I wish they hadn't gotten rid of those beach balls, but I guess they had to. Who knows? What else is on my list? Well, how do you feel about? Okay, I really enjoyed the new Halloween, the one that I guess the third one. I really enjoyed that one. That was great. Disney Cowgirls Ortega gives us $5. Says, do you believe in possessions? Not really. Do you think Disney would ever make a live version of Black Cauldron? Not really. By the way, I love today's topic because I love scary movies. Well, that's awesome. Glad we could be here for you. Okay, so I have Halloween. I have It. We already talked about that. I talked about Hills Have Eyes. I talked about Aliens. I think the Aliens series are very scary. The movie Aliens really, really scared me. I really enjoyed that. Eric Van Den Ordel gives us $2. Says The Fly, icky and scary. Yeah, I did not. The Fly was creepy. Jennifer, I'm with you on It Follows. I enjoyed that a lot. I've also got Texas Chainsaw. Now, I put that on there. That's very much like, The Hills Have Eyes. Those lost in a place that you don't want to be and creepy family living in a creepy house movies always get me. Texas Chainsaw, Hills Have Eyes. There's another one. House of a Thousand Corpses. That movie... House of a Thousand Corpses, man. And I can't believe they're making another one. Okay, so I have that. You know what movie I liked that I can't get anybody to join me on is Cabin in the Woods. Let's talk about Cabin in the Woods, you guys. I thought that, it doesn't necessarily scare me because it kind of follows the formula, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Cabin in the Woods just for its respect for the genre, for its take on the horror genre. I really, really respected that movie quite a bit. It is the formula, right? Exactly. Yeah. So, but Liz and Tristan, neither one of them liked Cabin in the Woods. They thought it was stupid, and I just like. How do you not get what they're doing? How do you not get what they're doing with Cabin in the Woods? Somebody said Mandy. You know what? I still haven't seen Mandy. I keep waiting for it to show, on a streaming service somewhere, but it just won't. I'm going to have to break down and rent it one of these days. Daniela must break. Gives us $5. Where you been, Daniela? She gets us $5 and says, we watched Hills Have Eyes while out camping in Calico. Why would you do that, Daniela? Calico Ghost Town is already scary. You don't need any more scares in Calico. That's exactly what I'm talking about when I said when you're driving to Vegas, there are places that you don't want to get stuck in. Calico is one of those places, and you went and watched Hills Have Eyes. I would have slept. I wouldn't have slept. I would have stayed awake all night with a shotgun. My God. That is crazy. Why would you do that? She has no fear. Oh my God. My dad made me go to Calico Ghost Mines a long time ago when I was little. I did not enjoy it. Shelby Overstreet gets the $2. Says, being honest, 28 weeks later screwed me up. Really? That didn't seem like much of a scary movie to me. I'm not sure I would agree with that. I don't do zombie films. Like, I'm over it. They don't scare me at all. I like Walking Dead, I guess, but not for fear. It's not for scares or anything. It's just for the entertainment, I guess. I don't know. What's up, Nathan? Thank you for liking my shirt. I appreciate that. Cabin Fever was gruesome. Yes, it was. Dead Silence. That's the one. That's the dummy one, right? I called that one also halfway through. Made Liz so mad because when Liz and I first started dating, this is a funny story. When Liz and I first started dating, we took turns. Like, okay, because you know how people like take ownership of movies. Like certain movies are really special to. Really special, you want to share them. You want to share your favorite movies with people. And so when it was her turn to show a movie, because she's a James Wan fan, like big time James Wan fan. And so she wanted me to see Dead Silence. And like halfway through the movie, I'm like, that guy's and I called it, and she was so upset. Danielle gives him the $2. Says, my late husband had a sick sense of humor. Indeed. That is not funny. Kenny Ryman gives him the $2. Motel Hell or Pumpkinhead? Kenny, I've been trying to get Liz to watch Motel Hell for a long time. I saw that way, way, way back, a long time ago. And that's a strange movie. Makes you second guess eating food and roadside food. I'll tell you that. Disney Cowgirl Ortega, gift us with $10. How about Jeepers Creepers? That was all right. I mean, I enjoyed it, but the ending was a little too like WTF for me. Wrong Turn. I don't think I saw Wrong Turn. And yes, that's why I won't travel into the flat states, because I'm afraid of getting stranded in the middle of nowhere and weirdos and psychos coming out after me. They're attracted to people car breakdown. They just come out and they come and get you. They're just waiting for you. They plant traps for you. That's what pisses me off about the Hills Have Eyes. Those sons of bitches planted a trap. They put those spikes in the road so they can get people. And it's dark out and you can't see. They could just do that to you all day. Oh my God. No way. Daniela Mousebrocker gets us with $2 again. She says, Cape Fear had me checking under my car for months. S'more 310 gets us $5. Saturday, late night horror shows with Seymour or Elvira. I used to watch a lot of Elvira. And a lot of the drive-in movies with, what's his name? The hillbilly dude. I used to watch a lot of those. Stephanie E. gets us with $5. She says, both versions of Night of the Living Dead, the remake of Dawn of the Dead, and From Dusk Till Dawn, adore Tom Savini. Yeah, so Dusk Till Dawn must have been right up your alley. Blaze B. Granny Rose gets us with $2 for no good reason, and another $2 for no good reason. Thank you very much, guys. Elvira, I saw Elvira at Midsummer Scream. She looked great. I can't believe she's still doing it. She's still getting it done. Amazing. Kristen DeWitt gets us with $5. What Lies Beneath still freaks me out. I do not get that movie. I mean, I don't know. Liz likes that one though. She does like that film. Shelby Overstreet gets us with $2. She says The Strangers was terrifying to me. Also, I haven't seen that movie yet. Joe Bob Briggs Drive-In. I used to watch a lot of that. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching and for hitting the like button. While you take a break from all this jabberjawing to hit the like button, guys. Thank you very much. I never saw The Incredible Melting Man. All right, what else do I have on my list? You know what movie scared me to death when it first came out? I really bought in. Dan, I'm going to come back to sleepaway camp. I'm coming back to that. Blair Witch. Blair Witch really got to me. It was the first of its kind, the found footage films, and I really bought in to that. I bought in hard, and the ending I thought was perfect. I loved everything about it. I really, really liked Blair Witch. Now, the found footage films are kind of overdone a little bit, but you know, that was they nailed it right out of the box. Blair Witch was awesome. Okay, so Dan Wynn suggests the Sleepaway Camp. If you haven't seen Sleepaway Camp and you are a fan of horror films, you need to stop what you're doing and watch Sleepaway Camp. It is the most bonkers. It is the most bonkers horror film you will ever see in your life. And just when you think it's super bonkers, it gets extra bonkers. Dan, I know you know what I'm talking about. I also saw the star of Sleepaway Camp at Midsummer Scream, and I couldn't. Liz had to point her out to me. I'm like, oh my God, that's Sleepaway Camp. Oh my God, I couldn't. She's like, 50 years old now. Crazy, that movie. That movie is bonkers. We got a $20 gift from Nathan Barbarian. Thank you very much. He says, caught up on all the videos from the past 2 weeks. Hang on, I dropped my book. Glad you caught up, Nathan. Just got back from a little less than a week ago from Disney World and Disney Cruise. Finally able to catch a live stream again. Thank you, Fresh Baked. No, thank you, Nathan, for catching up on the videos. Luckily, we were on a break too, so no videos this week. Nothing for you to catch up on. Yeah, so if you haven't seen Sleepaway Camp yet and you're a fan of horror films, stop what you're doing and go see that. Go see that film. Okay, we got another $2 gift from Daniela Musbrock. She says the Nuggets are loving Tales from the Crypt. It's all right. It's all right. I do like The Descent. Kenny Ryman gives us $2. David Copperfield, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Terror Train. I saw that movie. I did see Terror Train a long time ago. That's one of the ones that my dad made me watch. It was pretty good. It's a typical slasher film. Sleepaway Camp was nuts. I mean, the ending aside, all the stuff that happens before the ending of Sleepaway Camp is bonkers. I just keep saying that. Bisbee Dave gets us $10. Thank you very much, Bisbee. He says, Exorcist Original from when I saw it in the theater. Seeing horror films in the theater is next level, in my opinion. Every horror film is made better by seeing it in the theater. I would highly recommend doing that as often as possible. I saw Friday the 13th Part 4, I think, in the theater, and I had the best time ever. I never saw The Visit. Still have not seen The Visit. Yeah, Disneyland Solo Travel says, I added Sleepaway Camp to my Netflix DVD list. I think, do they still do that? Is Netflix still shipping DVDs? Is that a thing still? Tell me that's, really? Really? That's crazy. What's the monthly rate on that? How much does it cost? Does that come with streaming? Does it, or is it bundled, or do they do it separate? Megatron 0182 gives us $2. Says Final Destination Agent Me. I don't know what that means, but I do agree that that's a good flick. But I don't. It doesn't scare me, but I enjoy it. $15. $15. So that's just for the discs, or does that include streaming? Yeah, I was just going to say, Sleepaway Camp is available right now on Prime. If you have Prime, you can watch it for free. Flynn Brian Smith gifted us with, I had it right almost. Flying Brian Smith gifted us with $5. Says, not Luigi's Hunter, People Mover. Watch the Scarecrow of Romney Martin. Okay. I will. So $5 for 2 DVDs a month. Discs only. Either or, so you can't do both. You know what? I came to I've seen the first Phantasm, I think. I don't know why. I never really got into that, but I should have. I want to see Ready or Not. Kelsey J gets us with $5. She's always working on Thursdays now. I count myself lucky when I get to watch the live stream. Coraline isn't really a horror, but it haunted me. Well, yeah, I think that it's at least like a, well, I don't know what to call it, but I would put, yeah, why not? Amber Link gets us with $2. Not a horror film, but the new War of the Worlds got me. The one with Tom Cruise. That was a hard movie. I was tired after watching that one. That really dragged me. Separate for DVDs, no streaming. Well, that's too bad. Eric Vanden Ordell gives us with $2. Says, did anyone mention The Shining it? Oh yeah, please. Yes, they did. Definitely. Nate Dogg said Beast Slayer, which reminds me, I also saw the kid at Midsummer Scream. I saw the kid from The Beast Within. Now that is a vintage horror film, and the ending of that movie will freak you out. It'll blow your mind. Check out The Beast Within if you like classic old horror films. It's kind of a it's a slow build. The Blob and the Thing. When a Stranger Calls. Yeah. The Ghost House of Wax. Are you kidding? G. McManus. House of Wax. No way. Okay, another movie that I'm going to put on my list. Not a horror film per se, but it always scares me. And even though I've watched it, I don't know, 50 times, is Silence of the Lambs. I love Silence of the Lambs. That is always, I'm always going to enjoy that movie. I forgot his name. What the hell is his name? Bob. Why can't I remember his name, you guys? Buffalo Bill. I said Bob. No, Buffalo Bill. His character will always terrify me. That is, for me, he is one of the scariest people in the world because he's so real. And oh my God, to encounter him in real life is like the stuff of nightmares. Puts the lotion in the basket. He's a scary dude. That is one scary dude. Okay, Evil Dead 2. Yeah, or no, I was just going to say Evil Dead 2, not so much for the horror, because it's kind of, it's like comedy horror for me. I just love how crazy and zany Evil Dead 2 is. Especially with, the hand thing. I just love, Bruce Campbell is legend. And I'm kind of bummed that Bruce Campbell hasn't had a better career. I mean, he's really talented, and I don't. You know what? Watchful and Harmonious subscribers suggested Soylent Green. I saw Soylent Green. Did not see that coming at all. Did you know there is a literal product you can buy with the word Soylent on it? It's a soy substitute product, a food that you can eat, and it's called Soylent something. I cannot believe they put that on the name of their product is Soylent. I couldn't believe it. Tiffy Taffy gave us with $5. She suggests The Haunting from 1909. I saw it when I was 8 at the drive-in, still scared it to this day. The Haunting did not scare me at all. Shop smart, shop S-smart. Rudy gets us with $2. He says, Wolf Creek, I haven't seen that. Brian Hernandez, $2 for Christine, the Killer Card. Definitely saw that. That's the kid from Jaws 2. Spoilers, Harmonious. David Terry said you skipped me. Oh my gosh, David, I'll find you. I will find you. David Terry, you should have put your question in there again, man. I'm sorry. These go by too fast sometimes. Let's see if I can find you, though. I'm going all the way back. I don't see him, man. I'm going way back. There he is. David Terry, $2. Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. You know what? I've never seen that movie. Is it good? Well, you must think so because you put it on there. I never saw it. That's not really my kind of thing. But I might have to check that out. I did enjoy Fallen also. Wolf Creek is not scary. Tusk was horrible. You know what? Yeah, I agree. You never go full walrus. Tusk would have been okay if they hadn't gone full walrus. When they went full walrus at the end, I'm like, Okay, what the? Come on, man. I saw a guy bounding as the reanimator at Midsummer Screen. I thought it was fantastic. It was the best bound I saw that day. Bisbee Dave gets us with 10 bucks. He says Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Definitely on my list, Bisbee. That movie terrifies me. Okay, Black Christmas, absolutely. Stephen Crawford. Stephen Crawford gives us 2 bucks. Says any Bob Chapek video. It is just so cool to rip on Bob Chapek these days, isn't it? Anaconda was stupid. I don't think I like that. Nate Dogg says snakes on a plane. I haven't. Yeah, I did see Red State. It was okay. 13 Ghosts. Nah, I didn't really get into that. Oh man, you're not going to get. J. Raphael says Disney Plus won't be available in his country. That's terrible. Panic Room is a great movie. But then anything that he does, in my opinion, is great. David Fincher. I love Panic Room. Are you going to see it? Yes, we have our tickets reserved already for Sunday. What's eating killed with grape? The Blob? I don't know. That's everything that's on my list, guys. I named every movie. Oh, here we go. Mark Langenkamp, Soylent, original blend of soya and lentil, coined in Harry Harrison's 1966 Make Room, Make Room. I don't know what that means. But does it surprise you, Mark, that they would name their food product Soylent? That surprised me. Yeah, that's all my movies. I named them all. So now the rest is up to you. I'm just going to stand by and let you guys yell movies at me. The Stuff. The True Dark Jedi gets the 2 bucks, but The Stuff was a good campy horror film. I agree. There's whenever I go to Critter Country to Pooh Corner, they've got that white stuff, and whenever I see it in the package, I'll point it out. I always make the reference, the joke. Oh, it looks like the stuff. You weren't supposed to eat it. Don't eat the stuff, you guys. Ghost Ship. Jeez. All right, Justin. Bye-bye. Melissa Lee, I get some 2 bucks. Says The Conjuring. Liz would agree with you. The Nun. I saw The Nun. It was okay. It was all right. Those James Wan type movies, they're all right. Best vampire movie. Oh. The best vampire, I don't know. I don't really like, Hostel. I'll definitely give you Hostel. David Terry gets on 2 bucks. Says It Came From Beyond. It's creepy. I don't think I've seen It Came From Beyond. Hostel's great though. What was the one we were just talking about? Best vampire movie. Huh. Oh, Nicolas Cage. What was the one that Nicolas Cage did? Because it was crazy. It was a crazy movie. He was crazy in that one. What was the Nicolas Cage movie where he's a vampire, where he thinks he is? What the hell was that? Vampire's Kiss. Yes, I'll put that on my list of weird ass creeds. But on the real though, I saw somebody remind me. I think I might go Let the Right One In, or perhaps maybe a Blade movie. I hear they're coming with a new Blade. I might have to go for that one. But yeah, I would probably go Vampire's Kiss or Let the Right One In, I think. Interview with a Vampire and the Lost Boys. Nah, that didn't do it for me. Rudy gives me $2. He says, Saint Agatha had me on the edge of my seat. You know, I haven't seen that. It's on my, it keeps popping up on my Netflix like they want me to watch it. Should I watch Saint Agatha? Really? Quarantine. I liked Quarantine. Because director's cut of George Lucas. Oh, the satire. I haven't seen Mama yet. That was funny. I did see the Netflix Death Note. It was okay. Still, I don't think I have seen Killer Clowns. Okay, I'm gonna have to see Saint Agatha then. Star Wars Christmas Special. No, 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 no. Look, the Star Wars Christmas Special is bad. It's not scary. The director's cut of Star Wars New Hope is scary because of what they did with Jabba the Hutt and Han Solo in that scene. It was just awful. What's my favorite zombie flick? Oh God, I don't know. Give me some suggestions. I can't think of one. Daniela Musbrocker gets us to $5. Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Hunter. I secretly loved it. That's one of those guilty pleasures. I agree. I agree. Let me think. Zombie movies. I did like World War Z. 92 Sleepwalkers, first scary movie. That was from Daniel Aguilar. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, Dawn of the Dead, obviously there's the originals, but Shaun of the Dead was fun. I'll give you that, yeah. Planet Terror. Planet Terror was just over the top crazy, so that goes on my list, I think. Shaun of the Dead, the Grindhouse flick, yeah. David Doyle gets him $5, said, so many great scary movies. Looking forward to the second It movie. Love Fresh Baked. Hope all is well. All is well, David. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for more Fresh Baked this Monday. Cabin in the Woods, more funny than scary. I agree. Yeah, but like I said, I do like the respect they paid to the genre. I thought it was great. 30 Days of Night should have been better, Matthew. I agree. I like the concept of 30 Days of Night. I didn't like the execution so much. Shutter was bad. I agree. Rosemary's Baby is great. Let's see. Mr. Toad Goes to Hell. That's funny. A Quiet Place was tense, but I wouldn't call it scary. Matter of fact, I didn't really like the ending of Quiet Place. It was kind of predictable to me. The Crow's great, but I don't know if that's a scary movie or not. It's I don't know what to call that, but thriller maybe? I don't know. But The Crow's great. Hereditary is a thumbs up for me, definitely. Yeah, I'll watch Hereditary again. I can't think of any other zombie movies that I'm down with. Because that genre doesn't really speak to me like some others do. I'm more of I like slasher, there's somebody in the house, creepy people in the woods movies. You're welcome, Randy. Glad to have seen you. David doesn't like, I do like them in terms of, films. I like to watch them, but they don't really scare me. They're not high on my list of scary movies. Dodger Blue 311 gets us with $5. Not a movie, but parts of the first season of Stranger Things was a bit scary. Hey, Stranger Things should count. That should. They could have easily made that a movie. Nate, I haven't seen Maniac Cop. I keep meaning to. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but that's one of those 70s and 80s era horror films that I never got around to seeing. Rudy gets us with $2. Says Contracted was a pretty awesome zombie flick. I haven't seen that. Jackie wants to know, what is Liz's favorite scary movie? Probably Jaws. Michael Baumert gives us with $2. Thank you very much. He says, David, I'm going to Disney on September 28th. Meet you then. Okay, Michael, if I see you, we'll see you. Freddy vs. Jason. She loves that movie too. I have seen Maniac. That was weird. Is that my baby? Sing your favorite song. I don't think I'm going to do that tonight, guys. No, I don't think so. The new movie Secret Obsession on Netflix is great. That's the one with what's her name from What's Its Show, right? What's the name of that show? And her name, Brenda Song? Is that it? I think I'll skip that one. I'm not a big Brenda Song fan, even though I know who she is. All right, guys, 5 minutes to go. Okay, so Victoria says, I can't believe you said Death Note was all right. I mean, it was just all right. It wasn't, I don't know. It was kind of the ending, I guess. I don't know. It was a strange movie. That's not really my kind of movie. S'more310 gifts us with $2, says the new Dark Crystal on Netflix is great. You know what? I gotta watch the original Dark Crystal from the 80s, and then I'm gonna watch the series, I think. But I gotta catch up. Or do I not need to do that? I think I should. I think I should refresh myself, because I don't remember that story at all. Jason Takes Manhattan is horrendous. It is not a good film. I could not make it 5 minutes into Mary Poppins Returns. Okay, so that movie's not for everybody. I'll give you that, but I enjoyed it. It was a little too rhymey of the original, like they were trying to redo the original, trying to simulate the original Mary Poppins. So I don't know. I don't remember the gate. That's the one where they found a hole. That was the one with the hole in the ground, right? Huh. Jeffrey Davis says he doesn't watch scary movies. All right. It's just like Ian. Chud! Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. Yeah, I saw it. Now, No Country, that's not a scary movie, though. Well, I guess it could be, but it's more suspenseful and thriller than it is. What did you think of the newer Lion King? I have not seen the new Lion King, actually, so I have no thoughts on it as of yet. Disney Cowgirl Ortega gets with $5. She heard Jacob's Ladder was good. Yes, it is. That's a wild ride. Jacob's Ladder is a crazy trip. Be prepared to be confused for the entire 2 hours. Also, I'm going on the 28th September for my daughter's first birthday. Hope to see you guys there. If that's a Saturday, we should probably be there. Or actually, we're going to be there probably other days around that time, so who knows. The Green Inferno. I had high hopes for that one, but it was okay. It was okay. Walt Disney Rises. That's funny. Cannibal the Musical. Oh my God. I cannot believe somebody referenced Cannibal the Musical. Oh my gosh. Fudge Pecker? It's going to be a spadoinkle day. If you haven't... I'm a huge fan of those two, so I had to see Cannibal the Musical, of course. That was classic stuff, definitely. Has there ever been a Walt Disney World or Disneyland ride that has ever horrified you? Horrified? No, I don't think that's a word I would use. About any Disney ride? No, I don't think so. Thanks for hanging out with us, Oscar. We'll see ya. Cool to have caught you on this live stream as well. Nobody going to say arachnophobia? Well, I know that Liz is afraid of spiders, so she'll probably join you on that one. Although it's a little too silly to be truly scary, I think. What about eight-legged freaks, though? Huh? Superstar. I never rode Superstar limo, so I can't really say for sure. People under the stairs. Oh my God, yes. Oh, from back in the day, People under the Stairs. That's a scary movie. That is creepy movie. Well, okay, so Kyle says Mickey's Fun Wheel. Yeah, that's scary, but it's not horrifying. I've never been horrified by a Disney ride or anything like that. So, no, I can't say that. It's Alive is great. All right, well, guys, hey, listen, it is 8 o'clock. And I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us for this hour of total non-Disney horror film goodness. I enjoyed this discussion with you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for your generosity. I appreciate that very much. And hopefully we're going to have some new shows for you coming this week. We're going to be covering Halloween, the beginning of the Halloween season. We're going to be there tomorrow night, covering everything that is Halloween at Disneyland, including food and decorations and all that stuff and more. So stay tuned for that this week. If you haven't already, go to Fresh Baked Presents to check out our tour of Walt Disney's Museum. Just posted that earlier this afternoon. It's 40 minutes. You get to see just about everything, along with my commentary, of course. So thanks for hanging out with us, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. Or actually, maybe not tomorrow. We'll see you Saturday, hopefully. Other than that, thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll see you. Fresh Baked. Love you guys. Bye.